So, big life announcement. If you know me, I love to travel, and I've come to the realization of a few things recently. Number one, we live in the most free time in history. Yes, there's a lot of craziness right now, but in any time in history, society has never been so open to travel and live in different parts of the globe. Two, this is something that I've always wanted, but also wanted a way of making income and making a living. I didn't want to travel. I think the idea of a digital nomad and cheap travel is not what I'm going after. What I'm going after is a lifestyle that is able to serve globally on mission. You can say, I'm kind of back and forth on calling it that, but on mission at any time, wherever I am, whether it's Orange County or Cairo or Singapore or Seoul or Berlin or Zurich, wherever it is in the world, I'm already there. Just being there puts me on mission. So those two things have really got me thinking. And over the past few months, the idea first came to me in April of this year. But over the past few months, I've basically been preparing and seeing what that looks like. I know in the future, I would love to have a family that's globally minded. So when my kids grow up, they don't just know the borders, the lines of borders on a map, but they understand the cultural dynamics between those borders. In a way too, where they grow up in a globally minded sense. Now, this is a lot of future planning, but I can never see myself comfortably raising my kids in any normal school system. They don't teach anything I'd want to teach. I'd rather reward my kids for learning on their own. Again, I'm not a parent, so there's a lot of stuff there, but I want my kids to understand culture and know languages, multiple languages, 3 at a minimum, and be able to understand and have uncles and aunts in every part of the world, So these things I can do later, but I could also do them now and start to prepare for that. And also, this is probably a third point, it makes no sense for me to try to buy an ugly $1 million home, as I've heard it said, in Southern California to start my financial life than to go and buy residencies or places to live in other parts of the world, which could open the door to potentially other second passports. And there's a lot of information there that you could get confused, but legally second passports that open up the door for me to travel to other places visa-free or stay there longer or whatever that might be. Now, I know this may sound a little bit crazy or it might sound like a lot, but at the end of the day, my goal is to be a global citizen and globally minded versus just in one society. I think it's cool, but I also just have always been raised with two cultures at all times as an Egyptian American or American Egyptian, whatever you call it. I've always had a sense of travel and always had a sense of culture and always had a sense of serving those in other parts of the world as part of my DNA. I am so comfortable in other cultures and cultures that are vastly different than mine or what I'm used to. So to kind of wrap this up, we live in a time that's more free than ever before. And my goal right now is to start this process. So if you have any questions, you could let me know. I will share parts of the travel, the planning, getting ready. The process starts here at home with just making the decision. That's probably the hardest part. And I think I've already made that decision. So I think at this point, it's really the planning of getting rid of stuff, selling things, moving from my suitcase, gathering dust in the closet to being my most important asset because it carries all my valuables. Going from a home where I could just stack things to being very conscious of, if I buy that item, I will carry it with me everywhere I go or I won't use it. That type of thing. So I'm super excited for it. I'm hyped. This is something I've dreamed of for the last 10 years. There's one final decision that needs to be made about a college program that I'm thinking about doing. And I've just kind of put it up in the air, and we'll see what happens over the next 2 months. If I decide to do that, I'll be here for another year. If I don't decide to do that, I will be probably departing around April, around my birthday, and I turn 32. So that's the update for now. I will keep you guys updated as we go along, but I'm excited. I will be selling a lot of stuff, so a lot of furniture will be getting sold over the next few months. I don't know when I'll start that. And I do have some tech stuff that I will be getting rid of as well. So I'll keep you guys updated. But hey, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Chat soon. Peace.